Hey everybody, and welcome to Facebook Live. I'm Grant, this is Jeanette,
Hello.
and we are live in the Rachael Ray Show Prep Kitchen. And today we're celebrating mashups. So we're both going to take two of our favorite dishes and mash it up into one delicious dinner that you can make tonight. So we want to know what you guys are making for dinner tonight. So comment and let us know, or let us know where you're watching from, because we love to hear from you.
Yeah, we'll give you a little shout.
Jeanette, do you want to get started?
I am going to get things started today on mashup day. I am mashing up two of my all-time favorite foods. I'm mashing up meatloaf and chicken parm.
Ooh, yum.
Whose favorite food isn't chicken parm? I don't know. I don't know. So
nobody raised their hand. Everybody was like, yep, I'm
well, you're all not my friends anymore because chicken parm is just the best food in the world. So essentially I'm going to spice up some chicken. I have some ground chicken right here. And I'm going to spice it up to be just kind of like a giant meatball. And I'm going to cover it in sauce and cheese. We're going to parm it up. It's exciting.
You had me a giant meatball.
Right, exactly. So I've got in this skillet, I just sauteed and it's been cooling for a little while. I have one really kind of medium-sized yellow onion chopped very finely, and 2 or 3 cloves of garlic. And I just sweat that out in a little bit of oil. And you want that to cool. It's a very important step of making meatballs, meatloaf in general. You don't want this like hot mixture to start cooking your meat. That'd be kind of gross.
Yeah.
So that's nice and cool. I'm gonna season it up with a little bit of salt and pepper. Also in the onions and the garlic, I have a little bit of dried oregano.
Yum. Joy is watching from
Joy.
North Carolina. Hello, Joy.
Hello.
And Mitchell from Nashville, Tennessee.
Hello, Mitchell.
Have you ever been to Nashville?
I have been a few times. I'm actually going next weekend to go visit my friends Becca
fun.
and Adam and Oliver. Super
Oh,
fun.
Becca and Ollie. I hope they're watching. Anna is watching from Hawaii. Aloha.
Aloha.
All right. And Grant, my mom commented and said late start. Yeah, we did have a late start today. But
thanks for noticing.
we're here, and that's what matters.
We are here, and that is all that matters.
Way to
And if
call
you're
us out.
just tuning in, we are mashing up some of our favorite foods today. I'm in the middle of making a chicken meatloaf Parmesan, which I'm excited about. So I added in a few crushed red pepper flakes. I added in about 1.5 cups of my, not secret ingredients, the ingredient my grandma used when she was making meatballs, just some Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. This is my favorite ones to use. I'm going to add in a bunch of parm.
And if an Italian grandma tells you what to do, you do it.
You do it, exactly.
No questions asked.
No questions
If she
asked.
says seasoned Italian breadcrumbs, that's
what
what
you
you
use. I'm going to throw in 2 eggs.
Tiffany says hello from
Tiffany.
Philadelphia. Hi,
Thanks
Tiffany.
for joining us today.
Oh, I just called her Tiffy. We're real close.
Best friends.
Caroline commented and said, is this recipe considered low carb?
I would say it's low carb if you don't mind a few breadcrumbs.
Yeah. I think you made a meatloaf not too long ago. Did you use cauliflower?
I did. I used cauliflower
Yeah.
instead of the breadcrumbs, so you could definitely do that.
Yeah.
And as you guys are watching, I'm getting real in and dirty right now because what Rachel always says, the best two utensils you have in the kitchen are your hands, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going in. I'm going to mix up my meatloaf mixture, and like I said, you can kind of take it from here and roll them into some small balls, and then you've got meatballs for spaghetti and meatballs. But today we're going to make a nice size meatloaf.
Fun.
And we're going to cover it
delicious.
in marinara sauce and mozzarella because I think anything could be parm if you try hard enough. What can't you put marinara sauce and cheese on, right?
Maria is watching from New Orleans.
Hi, Maria.
It's almost,
It's almost Mardi Gras, yeah. I think it's Tuesday, Fat Tuesday.
Fat Tuesday. Exciting.
Pancakes.
Michael says hello from Las Vegas.
Hello, Michael.
Hi. And Rosanna's watching from California.
Hi, Rosanna. All right. So now I'm going to take this big, it was 2 pounds of ground chicken. I'm going to place that on, thank you, Grant, on a sheet tray with some parchment. Yes, thank you. And I'm just going to kind of shape this into a log to make like a loaf. I actually got this idea. My friend Gabby, one of our coworkers across the street, she was making a chicken meatloaf, and it was like a giant meatball. And I was like, I'm gonna make that. You know when you see something and you're just like, I need to recreate that. Totally. So I'm just gonna shape this into a little bit of a loaf.
Lynn commented, she wants to know where the booze is.
Funny,
the booze
Lynn.
is right here.
It's right here.
And we're going to get to that in just a few minutes.
Just a moment.
Yeah, Jeanette's going to make us a cocktail.
A mashup cocktail. I'm
So
really excited. When I was faced with the challenge, I was ready to accept it. All right, I'm going to wash up. Grant, why don't you get started on what you're mashing up today?
So I'm going to make 2 different mashup dishes down here. A little bit later, I'm going to show you how to make a cheesy stuffed garlic knot, which is basically like a mozzarella stick meets a garlic knot. But to make that, we have to make garlic butter. So in this pot right here, I have half a stick of butter. And I'm melting it over kind of a high heat. And here I have 6 cloves of garlic, and we're just going to smash those. I'm not going to chop them because we're going to bake these garlic knots.
I love this technique, Grant.
My Italian grandma taught me this. You just mash it with something heavy.
Awesome.
So we're just going to mash up some garlic. I'm going to throw that into our butter. And this is going to make our garlic butter. I don't want to chop it because if you chop it up too much and then you throw it into the oven, the garlic has a tendency to burn. So we're basically just going to flavor our butter with all that garlic. So I'm going to turn off the heat now, and we're just going to let that steep for a little bit. And that's going to get nice and flavorful.
We want to say hi to Deborah from Oppenheim, New York. Hello, Deborah.
Hello,
Thank you for joining us. Cindy from Alberta, Canada is watching. Hi, Cindy. And Laura from Irvine, California says hi and that she missed us.
Oh, we missed
Laura.
you
We missed you
Laura.
too. Yes. We're very excited to be back today. All right, just finishing up the meatloaf before I toss it in the oven. You know how when you're making meatloaf, you always put ketchup on it before it goes in the oven? So I thought I would kind of change that up and put a little bit of marinara sauce on there. Today, you guys caught me. I am using store-bought marinara sauce.
It's like Italian ketchup.
It's like Italian ketchup, exactly. But normally in my fridge, I always have a little bit. So you could throw that on there. I'm going to pop that in the oven, and I've got this one working in the oven so that I can... so that I can show you
meatloaf on the floor.
Meatloaf on the floor. So here, I want to show you guys what this looks like. You put it in at 375 for about 50 to 55 minutes. You want an internal meat thermometer to read 160 or 165. So you've got, so this is the meatloaf after it's baked for about 50 or 55 minutes. It's all that, the tomato sauce on top got really nice and caramelized. So now I'm going to top it with a little bit more marinara sauce. And then you can't have chicken parm without mozzarella, right? So I'm just going to make it nice and saucy. And then I am going to load up the mozzarella, pop this under the broiler, and then we'll check it and see how it goes.
Yum.
I'm excited.
That's going to be yummy.
I know. I'm really excited for this.
Aaron commented and asked us a really interesting question. Is there anything that you love to eat but hate to make?
Oh, that's a really good question.
It is a good question.
I'm going to say french fries.
Oh, I was going to say fried chicken.
Really?
And
okay.
I think it's probably for the same reason, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because of the fryer. Like,
Totally.
I hate frying, especially at home, because it's kind of smelly.
It gets a little smelly. Yeah.
It's hard to control the temperature.
Actually, some of my friends with backyards like to bring their portable fryers out in the backyard, and I think that's a genius idea.
Yeah, that's really smart.
You don't smell up your house. Love that.
That's a good question.
That is a
If you
good
guys have any
question.
more questions, please let us know, because we love to answer those.
And what are you guys making for dinner tonight? Grant and I were talking about how these are two recipes that we're probably going to take home and eat for dinner tonight because they're really, really good. What are you guys cooking for dinner tonight?
Totally. So down here I'm getting started on my mashup meal. And basically I'm going to mash up two of my favorite things, pasta and pizza. So we're going to make a pepperoni pizza pasta sauce.
Come again?
Yeah. Pepperoni pizza pasta sauce. Say that 10 times fast. So in this skillet right here I just have a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to add in some chopped pepperoni. I'm using one entire bag of sliced pepperoni, like the kind you put on a pizza.
Yeah.
You could also use like one of those pepperoni logs and just like grate it on a cheese grater.
Yes, you can.
But I thought this was a little more fun since this is what I put on pizza normally.
I love that.
So I'm just chopping these up pretty rough. You don't have to be too exact about it.
Somebody commented and asked if you could use white sauce instead of red sauce for the meatloaf. I don't see why not.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Sounds delicious.
A cheesy bechamel on top.
Yummy.
Yum.
And Debbie from Linwood, Washington says hello. Hello, Debbie. Thank you
Hi,
for joining
Debbie.
us today.
So we're sauteing our pepperoni over here. If you guys are just now tuning in, today we're making mashup meals. And I am just getting started on my pepperoni pizza pasta sauce. So as that cooks up, we're going to add in one small onion.
Nice, nice. This garlic butter smells so good for the garlic nuts. Somebody commented in and they asked, what's the best thing about cooking with Rachael Ray?
The best thing about the delicious food that we get.
Hello. I was going to say everything. The leftovers we get to steal and take home. All of the really fun ingredients we get to have in here. All the really cool chefs that come by. All the cool guests. It's pretty much a dream job. We're very, very lucky. Gabby commented, our friend from across the street, and she's asking my birthday's on Saturday, and she's asking what my plans are.
Ooh.
We are I think we're just gonna go out, meet a few friends in Hoboken, New Jersey.
Ooh, in Hoboken.
For a few drinks. Yeah, some Hoboken. Like
style.
our buddy, our friend, Buddy Velasco. We're celebrating the birthday Hoboken style. Katie just commented, and she said, buonasera from Italy. She's saying good afternoon, hello. And hi to James from Newark. Jimmy's watching, my husband.
Hello, Jimmy.
I know there's more than one James in Newark, but I have a feeling that's Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy.
So into our pepperoni, I'm adding some onion.
Yum.
It should be diced, but I was having a little trouble dicing, so I sliced it. It doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you do it, right? So I'm going to add in 4 cloves of garlic.
Yes.
And this is a great tip. This is one of the first things I learned when I started working here. One of Rachel's pretty brilliant tips. Instead of chopping your garlic, because it takes so long to chop, you can just use a little grater and grate it right into your sauce.
I love it. I haven't chopped a clove of garlic in 10 years.
I know, right? Me neither. So much easier.
Ronnie says hello from Malaysia. Hello, Ronnie in Malaysia. And Bobby says hello from Buffalo, New York, home of the buffalo wing.
Oh.
Hello.
We love buffalo.
Love
wings.
Buffalo.
When I was thinking of different mashup things, everything I thought of was like a buffalo something.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I got really excited about a pepperoni pizza pasta sauce. So
Will you help me remember that my meatloaf is broiling back there?
Yes, I will.
I can't forget. I really want to show you guys. I was making. We were talking about what inspired our mashup dishes. Rachel made this meatloaf. I think it was aired on the show on Monday, and it was. I don't know if you guys caught it. If you guys caught it, you have to definitely check out RachelRayShow.com and download the recipe. It was like her spiral meatloaf, and it was. I don't know why I've never seen something like this before. It was like she took the ground meat and there was some sausage in it, and she kind of like laid it flat, and then she stuffed it with some broccolini and some vegetables, and then she rolled it up. It was such a showstopper. It was like a fancied up meatloaf. I said I would definitely entertain with it. It was really, really fun dish.
All right, so in this pot I have our pepperoni, an onion, a few cloves of garlic, and I'm going to spice it up with, if you've ever been to a New York-style pizza shop, there's always a couple spices on the table. You have your crushed red pepper flake. You put that in there, some dried oregano.
Which I was just saying is like one of my favorite dried spices.
I
add it to like everything. I love
it's
oregano.
so delicious. And typically there would also be some granulated garlic, but we already put in some regular garlic, so we're just going to skip that. Yeah, some tomato paste down into there. And then one big can of crushed tomato sauce.
Yummy. Like just when you thought pepperoni pizza couldn't get any better.
I know, right?
It's now.
And this is such a simple sauce. And then Jeanette, if you wouldn't mind, I like to rinse my can of tomatoes because there's always some
That's such a great tip. I like that.
So like a quarter of the way full. And you can just throw that down into the sauce, and then I'm going to add one big sprig of basil, and we're just going to let this cook down.
I like that.
For about 20 minutes.
No chopping.
No chopping.
And all of these recipes, guys, are going to be available on the Rachael Ray Show Facebook page just a little bit later. We were working on them this morning. Grant is currently making his pepperoni pasta sauce, which smells delicious.
Thank you. Yeah, it smells really good.
I like that tip. Really stretch every little bit of the tomato in the can. I like that.
All right, so we're just going to let this cook for about 20 minutes. It'll get nice and thick.
My
and
meatloaf.
We'll be ready to. Oh, your meatloaf, and I have to drop my pasta.
It's good. Okay, we're still in the no burn zone. It's getting all cheesy and yummy.
I'm using spaghetti today just because I thought that would be fun, but you can use any pasta.
I love
that you
spaghetti.
Like.
I love spaghetti. All right, Grant, should I get started on the cocktail?
Yes. Please.
Well, I think it's time. So, like we were saying, today we're doing all kind of mashed up foods. I made a chicken meatloaf parmesan. Grant made a pepperoni pizza pasta sauce, which is delicious. I'm going to mash up one of our favorite things. I'm going to make a sangria, which is half sangria, half margarita.
Yum.
That
sounds like a delicious
I know. It was a cocktail, actually, my girlfriends and I used to drink in college. We used to go to this restaurant by our dorms that used to make these, and haven't tried one in a really long time, and I tried it this morning, and I was like, oh, it tastes just like college. They're really, really, really good. So I'm going to make a frozen margarita. So in my blender, I've just got 1 cup of some fresh lime juice. I'm going to add in a few shots of some silver tequila. And then I'm going to add in about half that amount of some triple sec or some orange liqueur. And then I'm going to... Normally when you're making margaritas, you do it with a simple syrup, but I tend to use agave. A, because I'm a little bit lazy and I don't feel like making simple syrup. And B, it's a natural sweetener actually from the agave plant, which is the same thing as tequila, right? Tequila comes from agave. So I'm like, why not stick with the agave theme?
Totally.
All right, Grant, I'm going to hand this off to you. There's some ice back there. Do you mind giving this a zap for me?
Totes.
Thank you. All right, so that's half the basis for the sangria. And obviously we need some sangria. So I'm going to show you how to make my 3-ingredient sangria, which is a recipe that I made over the summer on a Facebook Live. So it's only 3 ingredients. It's red wine, some fresh squeezed orange juice, and a little bit of lemon lime soda. So I'm going to make a smaller batch today because it's just going to top off. You'll see when I pour it. You're just going to top it with it. So like I said, about 1 cup of some red wine, a little bit of lemon lime soda, and then a nice splash of orange juice to go over the top. That's perfect.
Maybe a little bit more?
Maybe a little bit more.
It's a little icy.
It's a little icy, Hi to Debbie from Utah. We want to say hello. Happy birthday on Sunday to Bobby. Bobby, we're almost birthday twins. And Elise Wilson wishes her hubby Jared a happy 30 birthday. Happy birthday, Jared. Fiona from Wionka, New Zealand says hello. Hello,
Ooh,
Fiona.
I love Fiona.
And Anne says that she's from Iowa and she loves our show.
Oh, thanks,
Thank you,
Anne. Thanks for watching.
All right, so here we go with our sangaritas. So I've got 2 little glasses, and what I like to do with a frozen margarita is I like to spoon it so that you kind of get the shape. I'm gonna pour it. We're just gonna go for it. I'm gonna pour it into this glass about 3/4 of the way up.
Oops, yeah.
Yes, we are going to. Whoops! Bye, straw. Lost the straw into Ovenland. We were just talking that yesterday. I don't know if you guys were celebrating. Was National Margarita Day. And we weren't live on Facebook yesterday, but that is a holiday. It is never too late to celebrate, right, Grant?
Absolutely.
All right, so now I'm going to top this with a little bit of sangria, and it really makes this just like very pretty, kind of purpley, beautiful color. Ooh, fun straw, Grant.
Purpley.
Purpley.
That might be my favorite word that I've ever used.
Cheers.
This does look purpley.
Happy 1 day late National Margarita Day.
Thanks.
Give it a sip.
Mmm.
Isn't that fun?
That's so good.
Isn't that really
That's
fun?
Delicious.
It's really
I
a fun
think we
cocktail.
should deem today National Sangarita Day.
Sangarita Day.
That's what it
Who
is.
makes up those food holidays anyway?
I don't know. Let's just
we got it.
Yeah.
Cheers. Happy National Sangarita Day, guys.
This is yummy.
I know. It's
That was so easy to make, too.
My meatloaf.
Oh, your meatloaf. I was supposed to remind you. I'm sorry.
We're almost there.
Gabby commented and wants to know the best thing that I ate in Mexico last week. Yeah, I was in Mexico last week. I had a lot of ceviche in Mexico.
Yeah.
That has to be my favorite.
Any sangaritas?
No sangaritas.
A lot of margaritas.
A lot of margaritas. Yeah.
All right, guys. I didn't forget and burn my meatloaf. Check out that baby.
Oh, look at that.
That is a chicken meatloaf parmesan.
That is a giant meatball.
Giant meatball.
That looks delicious.
Thank you. It is really one of my better ideas I think I've had. Thank you to Gabby for the inspiration. I am really excited to chow down on that. How is pepperoni pasta sauce going, darling?
Well, I had one back here that I was already working on.
Yes.
So that one's totally done.
I'm
We're
gonna
just
check
waiting
your pasta.
I'm just waiting for that pasta to cook.
Great.
That's fine. All right, so now I'm going to get started on my garlic knot, cheesy stuffed garlic knots.
Yeah.
That's what they're called, right? So right here, I just have some pizza dough. This is just some store-bought pizza dough. Or you can stop by your local pizzeria and buy a little ball of dough from them.
I think store-bought pizza dough, I would say, is probably one of my favorite ingredients to use. How about you?
Right? Me
It's
too.
just so simple, so easy.
So I'm going to cut it into 8 pieces, and we're just going to kind of flatten it out like a little tiny baby pizza.
Am I baking?
You're baking.
I'm baking.
Yeah, this is an easy one too. This one's really fun.
I like it.
So Jenna, do you just want to work on that one?
Yeah,
I'm going to get
perfect.
started on the filling.
Great.
Straight here I have some shredded mozzarella cheese. I'm going to add in some more oregano, because to me that's just what garlic knots always have, some oregano, right?
Exactly.
A little bit of granulated garlic.
It's funny that all of our mashups today are like really Italian food. I guess
I know,
it was
right?
on the
Isn't that
it was on
funny?
the brain. Hi to Malin from Sweden. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Tammy from Bunnell, Florida. Hello, Tammy. And Mike from Paradise,
Ooh,
California.
Hello from Paradise.
Hello, Paradise.
Hey,
I
Mike.
did not know that was a place.
So I just put a little tiny spoonful of that seasoned mozzarella cheese in the middle of this little pizza dough, and then we're just going to fold it.
I love garlic knots so and
This one's fun too.
a lot.
These are almost like baby calzones. So then you just kind of wrap it up like that.
Beautiful.
And then you roll it in your hands.
Grant, Anna's crazy for garlic knots. She just commented.
I'm
Anna.
crazy for you, Anna. So I have our pan right here, and we're just going to brush it with some of that garlic butter.
Give me some of these. I'm gonna
Anything that's brushed with garlic butter is just
done.
yeah,
Sold.
right.
Touchdown.
And then not only are we going to brush our pan with garlic butter, but we're going to brush this little ball with some garlic butter.
Nice. Did I do this
Yes,
right?
we are.
Little
Yeah.
cheesy dumpling.
That looks cute. And we're going to top it with some parm.
I like that you're doing it in the cast iron skillet because that's one of those
I
total
know.
bring it from the oven
Yeah.
to the table. Really nice presentation.
You could do it in anything, but I think a cast iron skillet just looks really
Oh,
nice.
that's funny, Grant. Someone just commented and said we should make a margarita pizza mash.
Ooh, that's fun.
I would drink this margarita with a margarita pizza.
Me too. So I have some balls that are already done back here.
Nice.
Just going to top all those guys with some Parmesan cheese.
It smells garlicky and cheesy in here, so there better be
It
one
smells
working
so
somewhere.
delicious. Yeah, if you want to grab this one out of the oven, that one's completely done.
Well, let me try the pasta.
Let me see if these are finished.
Oh, sorry, I
Those
took
look
your
good.
towel. Ooh, those look phenomenal.
Don't those look yummy?
Ah,
Check those out.
let me add
So these are cheesy stuffed garlic knots. I'm just going to top them with some parsley. Just because it's really pretty.
Colcia from Missouri is watching. Hello, Colcia. Can I dig into one of
Yeah,
your
I was
garlic
gonna
nuts?
Hi, Colcia, but we have.
Hi,
we have
Colcia.
things
We've
to
got
do.
some business to take care of. Oh my gosh, look at this, guys.
Ooh.
Oh,
yes.
Cheers.
That looks so
Garlic knot,
delicious.
cheers. Oh, wow.
That's fun.
Those are so simple, too. I like that. Good job, Grant. Those are
Thanks.
really good. Now we have food in our mouth.
Stefan
We can't say hi to
commented.
you.
Is that Stefan or Steven? I don't know.
Stefan.
Okay. Wants to know if there's a difference between garlic powder and granulated garlic. They're the same thing, right? Just one's ground a little bit more.
I believe
right?
so, yeah.
The powder's just powdery.
Yep.
Yeah. And Vicky commented from Paris, Kentucky.
Paris, Kentucky.
Got
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Grant, I'm going to drain your pasta. I
Oh
think
yeah,
you're
would
good.
you mind?
Nope, not at all.
So this is the sauce that I've already cooked out a little bit. I'm gonna remove that this old little basil right here. We've cooked all the yummy flavor out of him, so he has to go home. He has to leave the party.
Bye.
But we're gonna add some more freshly torn basil down into that sauce. just for some extra basil flavor.
Here is your pasta.
Oh, yum. Do you just want to pour it right into this?
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll throw it into that pan.
Oh, great. We want to say hi to Jessica from Scranton, Pennsylvania. Hello, Jessica.
Hi, Jessica.
There we go.
And Aaron commented and said, you guys should call these OMG knots. That's funny.
Oh, my garlic nuts. I like that.
Yep. I think we're going to change the name.
I think so, Jessica.
Oh, my garlic
Good
nuts.
suggestion.
That's a great suggestion.
Here's some tongs.
Tongs. Do you want to toss that around?
Because what does Rachel always says? Rachel always says you can't have naked pasta.
No.
You have to toss it around. I completely agree with her. Like
Naked pasta is a crime.
Naked pasta is a crime around these parts, guys.
Yes.
So no naked pasta here.
And then you just want to spoon some of that into
Yes,
here.
I do.
Or tong some of that into here.
Tongue it. Whoa.
So just to
This
remind
is
you
a giant
guys,
portion.
all of these recipes will be up on the Facebook page later today. This is a pepperoni pizza pasta sauce.
What?
And now we're going to garnish that with a little bit more Parmesan cheese.
Yes, please.
Because everything's better with a little more cheese, right? Some parsley. You want some parsley? I have parsley.
We've
Put
got a
that on
timer.
top.
Something's happening.
Don't know what that's for.
Yeah. Turn it off.
Here's your pepperoni pizza
Oh,
pasta sauce.
thank you. Do
Jeanette.
we have forks?
I don't know.
Hopefully. We've got a plastic fork in here. Found one.
And Carol commented from Cold Lake, Alberta.
Hello from
In
Cold
Canada?
Lake, Albert. Here, take your fork.
Ooh, I love when you eat with plastic fork.
You're really getting the real
is
prep
funny.
kitchen feel back here when we're eating with plastic forks. Hope from Middletown, New York says hello. Hello, Hope. It's a little hot, isn't it? Just a
Just a little bit.
It's so
good.
pretty. I do
It's
like
nice
a good
and
pasta
spicy.
swirl. I know. So good.
And Carrie is watching from Millville, Pennsylvania.
Hi, Carrie.
I
have a full mouthful of pasta now.
Our friend Gabby commented earlier and reminded all of us that it's almost Jeanette's birthday.
Yes, it is.
Your birthday is on
God.
Saturday.
Uh-oh.
We have a little gift for you, Jeanette. Will you guys bring on the toast?
Oh.
Since Jeanette is the
Happy
toast queen, we made her a giant pile of toast. Happy birthday, Jeanette.
Thank you, guys.
Happy birthday, dear Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, toast.
I wished for a year of zero burnt toast. No burnt toast.
I hope we didn't burn any. I
You
hope
did?
we
It's
we did you
gorgeous.
proud.
Thank you. Thank you. My whole team. Oh my guys. This is happy birthday. This is so nice. All right. I think that's all we've got for us today. Mashups, toast, birthdays. Thank you very, very much, guys. And we will see you guys back a bunch in March. We're going to be back here live in the Rachael Ray Show Prep Kitchen. All these recipes are available on the Facebook page and Rachael Ray Show a little bit later. We'll see you guys in March.
Bye.
Thank you for my toast.
Garlic naan?